Namah Shivaya, Namaskaram, and a warm welcome to Sunday Sadhana. Yes, it's all about sadhana today as we head off to the KwaZulu-Natal North Coast for a Mahashivaratri walk, and we learn more about the practice of Vihangam Yoga at a presentation in Chatsworth. The Sri Sanatham Mundhai in Stanger observes Shivaratri in a rather unique way with an annual Mahashivaratri walk on the weekend preceding the Great Night. The 10-kilometer walk was initiated by 2 devotees and has grown in popularity and spirituality too. Sunday Sadhana joined devotees for some spiritual fun, similar to the worship in Mauritius, as they celebrated the 10th anniversary of their walk this year.
The origination is India. So in India, during Shivaratri is celebrated very widely at 5 points, 5 ghats we call them, Panch Ghat. And on Shivaratri, devotees converge there to do their offerings and prayer. In South Africa, we did not have any such significance or any such prayer in terms of Shivaratri to signify this instance of merging with the ocean. Thus, the Shivaratri walk has begun 10 years ago.
So for the first 2 years, we did have our walk from Blithedale Beach to the Mandir, taking place on Shivaratri night itself in the evenings. And it was only the devotees that did not walk that remained in the Mandir, so the crowd became smaller, so it defeated the purpose. In the 3rd year, we decided to change it on the first Sunday of Shivaratri. Whichever day Shivaratri falls on the first Sunday, on that Sunday we have the Shivaratri walk.
It's called a tirath or a pilgrimage. This tirath allows you, as devotees, to vent to Bhagwanji, Lord Shiva, remove our obstacles, please help this universe, help us as human beings. Thus the devotees converge to the beach like you've seen today.
This morning was a special day to watch the puja at the beach, and the waves at the beach reminded me of Mother Ganga who lives in the locks of Lord Shiva.
The Ganga Jal originated from Lord Shiva's jata, as we may call it, and the Lord has performed to give us water in the form of the river Ganga.
You know, the divinity is everywhere. Lord Shiva's presence is in the mandir, it's in every minute atom and so on. But we felt that when you take Lord Shiva on the chariot, we're now making the mandir mobile.
The Shiv walk is a very special walk, it's unique. You can see people who have come from illness and to be walking again. You see people who have been ill with other ailments. Some of them had illnesses with, for example, people had rashes. And I've seen devotees actually say that this is what has cured me. It's my devotion that has cured me from within, and today I walk.
So we take God around to the people. And through this, we actually raise the people's consciousness and elevate them in the path of devotion.
Every devotee has their own reasons and own connections with God. In whichever way they connect with Lord Shiva, they are there for a purpose, they're doing it for a purpose. Some don't verbally tell you the purposes of engaging with Lord Shiva for whatever they feel is their boon, in what their desires are. Now, South Africans cannot go to India to be at the Ganga River. So we do this via the mighty ocean, and we bring it to the shrine. And when they reach here, they all will come to our Shivling and offer their Shivja, which they have brought on this path. Propagating our culture is one of the deepest sense of my philosophies in life, together with my families. This is where my kids have been born and grown up and become men and women, and propagating their stance in life.
As a youth, I feel proud to be a Hindu, first of all. And today I was happy to see the different Hindu organizations in Stanger unite and come together to see so many youth as well attend the walk.
Lord Shiva is responsible to write up your life. But on the other hand, Lord Shiva is also the destroyer. Doesn't mean that he's a bad person or a bad deity. He has to destroy to restart. The cycle of life and birth goes on. Thus, Lord Shiva is known to be the creator and the destroyer.
Our Bhagavad Gita tells us various forms, 9 forms of devotion, and amongst them is listening to the glories of God, chanting and singing the name of the Lord, worship in mandirs, etc. Today, this morning, you actually noticed some of those 9 forms being implemented.
Vihangam Yoga, an organization that has its headquarters in Allahabad, India, gained international recognition by the UN Habitat Programme for World Peace and Unity in November last year. The organization promotes the age-old science of yoga and meditation, which are important aspects of Hindu culture and spirituality. Sunday Sadhana learnt more about their methods of yoga and meditation during their leaders' visit to South Africa.
The actual technique is very interesting. This is the most ancient technique of India. This is 15,000-year-old technique. This was also taught in the time of Mahabharata by Lord Sri Krishna to Arjuna. So this is a proven technique. And Arjuna has done meditation in the phase of war, and after doing that meditation, his mind was stable and he was able to take a decision. So it's a very proven and effective tool. So anyone who can use this technique will change his life.
Let's go back in terms of the derivation of the name. If you look at Vihangam, it actually stands for bird in Sanskrit, and yoga would mean the union between the Atman and the Paramatman. Now when one is born, your purpose in life is actually God or self-realization, and that there too is the connection between the Atman and the Paramatman. So if you look at Vihangam Yoga, it is a powerful tool, a strategy in terms of that liberation of the soul, where you can actually meet with the Akshara Brahma. That is what everybody intends to do, to gain liberation or moksha.
Basically, it's about a mind concentration. So this technique is mainly you have to sit in a posture. You should be sitting straight. Your body must be firm, and then Swamiji will tell you to concentrate on a point, which is going to teach all of us today. And then you need to concentrate. What happens is your eyes, when they concentrate at one place, then your breath also is synchronized with that, and both are synchronized, then the breathing also gets stable. And then you are inhaling and exhaling as the gap increase. That also impact on your heart. And what happens is after few days, those who have even blood pressure gets normal, and that also impacts on your entire metabolism. So within a 1.5 month, person who is meditating, he starts getting tremendous benefits.
It's a way of meditation. You start with the Gayatri mantra. They advise that you do it at least 11 times. And it's a very simple technique in terms of trying to focus at the tip of the nose. And the reason for that is obviously we all know that the mind follows the eye. So if you can focus at a point that is closest to the eye, and we look at it as being the tip of the nose, and if you focus at that point and try to do your meditation at least for 10 minutes a day, preferably in the morning and afternoon, and you find with time your focus actually increases.
I've been practicing it already at work, and we do ergonomics in a meditation session, and I actually see that it's actually helped us a lot.
You would find people will concentrate on three aspects primarily if they have this yearning for self-realization. The first one obviously is the power of silence or the stillness, where you want to create the, within the mind, less turbulence so that you can reach the liberation. The second one obviously is meditation, and the third one is non-judgment. Vihangam Yoga comes primarily for all three. And if you look at the way we want to have that particular power of silence within us, so that we can realize who we really are as our essential beings and how we link up in terms of the cosmos, because all of us are energies, aren't we? So if you look at that in terms of what is our role, what is our purpose on this earth, then you would find that if you now can understand who your true self is, then there's unlimited potentiality. And with that unlimited potentiality, you'd find that even our youth would be able to go out there and do far much more.
Buddha once said, "We are what we think. All that we are arises with our thoughts. With our thoughts, we make our world." So go out there and make your world bubbly, beautiful and bright with your own divine inner light. Hari Om.